Where are we going, Marcia?
Georgia.
Okay, we're heading over to Georgia. We're going to stay around Pine Mountain and check out all kinds of areas around there. And to get up there, we're going to try keeping it all back roads just as much as we can. Old country roads, old barns, you got it. Yeah. Okay, this is our first day, Wednesday. We just got into Columbus, and we're going to go check out the town some once we unpack. One thing we noticed walking around Columbus, Columbus is a nice little city here. We enjoyed the walk and the sights. This is Broadway in Columbus, Georgia. Where we at, baby?
Columbus, Georgia.
And what are we getting ready to do?
We're going to go down to the riverfront and then go to the Coca-Cola Space
Museum and all.
And then we're going
Civil
to
War
the Civil
Museum.
War Maritime Museum. Now
the building behind us, that's the Coca-Cola Space Museum. And behind that, you got the Riverwalk. And right here, out front, we found out that the museum doesn't open for another 30 minutes. So here we go to the boardwalk. Man, this is a nice area. Some nice places to take pictures. And if you shut the water out, boy, look how glassy it is.
Look at him.
Well, we only had about 30 minutes to wait for the Coca-Cola science place to open, but we decided, I guess we must have walked on this river walk for a good an hour or so, and really nice sight. I tell you, looking at the water and the waterfalls, it was hot there. Man, it was so hot. And I was pretty much ready to go swimming. It's going over the river. Coca-Cola Science Museum is open right now. Marcia's doing some practicing. Here's a little view of it inside, and they had a neat movie to watch with a dome type theater, a dome overhead theater screen.
Like in Vicksburg, isn't it?
Okay, here's the CSS Jackson, and you know, when I look at something like this, I think first of all its age, and I think about the people that were working on this. And it gets personal when you get close like this and you see all those spikes in there. You know somebody had put them in there, and who were these people and how long ago and what was life like for them? Well, as you went on through the museum, here's another little tour. It's of another vessel, kind of a replica, and somewhere here you can see some hammocks. Yeah, there they are. Somebody's sleeping in one. Neat stop. Nice to check out this museum. Well, Columbus had a Harley-Davidson shop, and time to pick up another t-shirt. So we went in, checked out some bikes, and here's one of their logos on the wall. Man, that's a pretty neat logo. I like that. And there's Marcia looking for t-shirts. Alright, time to get on the road and find our home for the next 4 days. Well, where
Where's it at?
That way.
That way?
That way.
Let's go.
Trying to find out where we were staying at, that became a problem. We were sure it was up here, and then we found out it wasn't up here. We had to backtrack, but finally we made it.
Somebody left their lights on. Oh, that's my bike. How you like the room, baby?
It's good. It's very good.
Alright, we finished unpacking and we want to check out the place. They had a neat pool here, which we did enjoy every evening after riding. It's neat to relax here. And we wanted to know what was right there. And they had a nice lounge, nice dining room. They had a buffet that we partake once or twice. And but for tonight, we found another place up in Pine Mountain that we're going to eat at.
I'm in Pine Mountain and we're going to go eat at Chipley's. It's all you can eat.
Here's a quick view of the inside of Chipley's. Man, I put away some of them fried pork chops there. Well, it's Friday morning and I know this site. This was part of their buffet breakfast. Man, the thickness of the bacon.
Hey, what do you think about that breakfast?
It was good.
Had plenty of bacon, thick bacon. That was a great buffet.
Okay, we're up on the mountain right here. From here we're going to go to FDR's little White House, and then we're going to go to Warm Springs, and we got a neat little ride to make, so it's all starting right here for Friday.
Little White House.
They announced the earth-shaking news. The president was having his portrait painted at the time, a portrait as yet unfinished.
One of the first things we did when we came to the museum, they had a nice little show highlighting President Roosevelt's life and all, and here's a picture of one of the vehicles and the controls he had so he could drive a car. Neat little museum here. This is the front view of the little White House, and what you just saw was a guard shack, and they have one on both sides, and right in the middle, way back there, is the little White House. Alright, Marsha's ready to go on into the little White House, so let's go.
Did a little, and then came on up. We're staying in that Mountain Creek Inn in Callaway Gardens. Staying there, and we're going to be here for about, what, 4 days? Something
Yeah,
like
3
that.
more days.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's somewhere.
This is the view of the back porch, I guess kind of a balcony. I know one thing, the house seems to be built on the side of a big hill.
Custom built 1940 Willys Roadster. This car was custom built by Willys Overland of Toledo, Ohio for President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1947. The one noticeable difference between the two paintings is the color of FDR's tie.
Okay, the portrait Marsha's looking at here was done in memory, and the only difference they were saying was the color of the tie. This was the portrait being painted right when he had died. Just down the road from the White House is Warm Springs, and this is a pretty neat town. That picture right there is the motorcycle museum someone has there. Preston is open there. And we'll be coming back here more on another day, but this is just a general view of what Warm Springs looks like. Well, it's still pretty early Friday morning, and we're ready to ride. Let's see what this one route we found on Georgia website, what it looks like. Here we're at Norcross, Georgia, and that's one thing I'm going to miss is when they get rid of all the phone booths, because whenever I want to know where I'm at, I find a phone booth, go up to it, and there's the address.
Do what?
Smell tobacco.
Where are we at?
Newnan, Georgia. City of Homes, it says.
And you know what me and Marcia, if we see a graveyard, we're going to check it out. Now I have most of the HD shops on my GPS, so this one wasn't on. It was a little bit of a surprise. It's a new store here, and we met Rod, and he kind of gave us a little tour of the place. And of course, Marcia got her t-shirt.
No, I didn't know this was here.
Well, everything with our route worked out pretty good, other than they had this one road called Covered Bridge Road, and I figured it'd be a covered bridge on it, and it turned out to be a dirt road. That was the only disappointment. Now, to get up here, we kind of veered off of our route. We headed up to Newnan, and from here, we're going to head back and finish our route, and then back over to the motel, and to the pool for a cold drink.
Was it Thomason or Harrison? Or?
Carlson, I think, but I'm not sure.
Is it a little cool this morning? Saturday morning.
Tell ya, damn, you wouldn't think it's August right now. I got this white shirt on, and I could use a jacket if I don't hit some sun pretty soon here.
What do you think of this? You alright?
If you notice on the last clip of Friday, you seen a little picture of this. We had to come back and see more of this.
What is this, Morris?
This is the Jones Mill Grist Mill at Red Oak Creek.
You know, there's some sights, some pictures you see that just stay in your mind. This is one that'll stay in mind. What a nice sight here.
What's in Griffin other than this? You want to go downtown?
We can. Where was downtown?
Yeah, I like that part. Where was downtown? I guess I wasn't too prepared for Griffin here. I'm sure they had quite a few
Griffin.
things to do. I just didn't do my research. One thing I did start to realize though, all these little trips have been going through Georgia and all these cemeteries, I mean, all these cemeteries, all these graves for Confederate and Union soldiers, man, we lost a lot of our folks. Now I told you we'd be coming back to Warm Springs, and here we are, and we're starting at the Motorcycle Museum.
They have them on TV now, you see them, but they're all reproduction. This is the real thing.
Oh, wow.
And as you come back through, very important to you, something you'll remember as long as you live, probably, because we get to see it's probably the only time you'll ever get to see it. That's the handcuffs that belong to Houdini, and the leg irons, and the leg irons.
Yeah, it's a twin-cylinder water-cooled, two-stroke.
Well, if you got the time, I'd check out the museum. I don't want to shoot it all. This caught my attention. Man, this guy looked like he was real at one time. You judge. Okay, I think it's still Saturday here, but it was Friday. Yeah, Friday when we came by and checked Warm Springs out the first time. We didn't know this existed. This is all behind that main street. If you walk next to the Motorcycle Museum, you'll walk right into this. And they also have a leather shop with some different items, leather clothing, and luggage and everything right here at this one shop. I'll get a name on the site.
There is a concert going on over at the chapel over there till 4.
Now this was a little bit of a mess up. It was about 2 o'clock. We had plenty of time to do something, so we said let's go on and do Callaway Gardens. Let me tell you guys, you can't ride your motorcycle to Callaway Gardens. We went there, everything was kind of closing up. We did meet another couple in there. Got there about the same way we did, and we decided just to head back, call it a day.
Baby.
All right.
Plain and simple.
This is Sunday morning, one of the last days we're going to be there. Here we're going through Pine Mountain. Marcia had found this one route that goes from LaGrange up to Newnan. We're going to take that, and then we're going to meet up with Lee and his wife a little later.
Close to Newnan right now.
This was a pretty nice route, some nice roads, and man, there's some nice homes out there too. And the name of the place is Country Roads. Yeah, great name, especially for the video. One thing that I always like seeing is this right here. A lot of flags, American flags. This is just one of those places we found that's just a great place for a picture. Here it is. Here we met Lee and his wife from the HD Forum, and went out. He took us to a great place to eat, had a great meal, and then we did some riding with him. Really enjoyed the riding, guys. This here is West Point Lake, and we rode all around it. We rode up top here and even had a marina. Nice riding around there. Well, this is one of the campgrounds. We kind of kicked back here 15 minutes or so, said our goodbyes, and headed on.
Hey, Marcia, where are we going today?
Home.
Huh?
We're going to stop by Andersonville.
Okay. Let's do it.
Andersonville. What was unusual about this, when we got here, I seen this little town, and you know, Anderson looked pretty big on the map, and I was thinking this just a historic district. This is the town of Andersonville. Nice little town. Enjoyed it. They had a museum here, a nice restaurant, antique shop. They also had a mall here.
This is inside the museum here at Andersonville.
Well, the prison camp was nearby here, and just checking the town out, especially looking at them railroad tracks, just wonder what the town was like way back then. Whole different lifestyle. Yeah, one other thing we noticed when we were walking around, right in front of the restaurant, they had a sign for a bed and breakfast there, right there in Andersonville. This is the restaurant me and Marcia ate at. We had the house special, ham, rice and collards, something like that. It was good. It was good. I remember now, it wasn't collards, it was fried okra. Right across from Andersonville was the National Prisoner of War Museum, and there they not only showed you prisoners of war from the Union and Confederate, but from all the wars. Very interesting. And here's the last stop at the cemetery. Then we went to where the prisons were, right here. And man, I can't remember if it was 30,000 people. I don't know if that was at one time, but it was a massive prison. Alright, time to get back on the road. Now this was kind of neat. We're on the road and this sign pointed to historic marker. When we got there, it was talking about Lindbergh. This is where he did his first solo flight, and they had a lot of information on it.
This is where I might put this camera up. I don't know. We're getting a little rain. We'll see.
Well, we finally did put the camera away. It was about an hour from the house. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. And shoot, I'll tell you, until next time, man, life's short. Just get out and ride. See you then on the road somewhere.